Hello to all. Welcome to the channel. I am Priyanksha and today we will study about cryptography. So, before starting with cryptography, let's study what is cryptology, which is the study of the hidden matters. Crypt is basically for hidden or vault. Logy is for study. Whereas graphy is writing and analysis that you all know. If you look for the definition, cryptology encompasses two fields, that is cryptography and cryptanalysis. Cryptography is the science of data protection. Cryptanalysis is the art of obtaining information on secret data without knowing the key. The art and science of concealing the message to introduce secrecy in the information security is recognized as cryptography. It is essentially important because it secures the data and information from unauthorized access and thus maintain the confidentiality. It is the technique that hides the real meaning of information by transforming it to non-human readable formats and vice versa. Cryptography is the practice and the study of techniques for securing communication and data in the presence of adversaries. It is the design of mechanism based on mathematical algorithms that provide fundamental information security services. Now let's talk about what happened few years back which gave birth to this technique. So the word cryptography is derived from a Greek cryptos meaning hidden. The origin of cryptography is usually dated from about 2000 BC with Egyptian practice of hieroglyphics. These consisted of complex pictograms, the full meaning of which was only known to an elite few. The first known use of the modern cipher was by Julius Caesar. He did not trust his messenger when communicating with his governors and officers. For this reason, he created a system in which each character in his message was replaced by a character 3 position ahead of it in Roman alphabet. This is also known as Caesar cipher. This is the earliest and simplest method of encryption technique. It's simply a type of substitution cipher with a key of 3. This method has been used afterwards as well with a range of keys from 1 to 26. Talking about cryptography in computer science refers to secure information and communication techniques derived from mathematical concepts and a set of rule-based calculation called algorithm to transfer messages in ways that are hard to decipher. These deterministic algorithms are used for cryptographic key generation, digital signing, verification to protect data privacy, web browsing on the internet, and confidential communication such as credit card transactions and email. So these cryptographic algorithms forms keys to encrypt and decrypt the message and convert the plain text into ciphertext. And afterwards being used to secure communication among computer systems, devices such as smartphones and applications. A cipher suite uses one algorithm for encryption, another algorithm for message authentication, and another for key exchange. This process embedded in protocols and written in software that runs on operation systems and networked computer systems involve public and private key generation for data encryption and decryption, digital signing, verification of message authentication, and key exchange. The procedure and protocols that meet some or all of the specific criteria are known as cryptosystem. Cryptosystems are often thought to refer only to mathematical procedure and computer programs. However, they also include the regulation of human behavior such as choosing hard to guess password, logging off unused system, and not discussing sensitive procedure with outsiders. If we talk about those criteria, so here we are. The main objectives of cryptography, or I must say, modern cryptography. That is confidentiality, integrity, non repudiation, and authentication. So, first is confidentiality, that is, the information cannot be understood by anyone for whom it was unintended. Integrity, the information cannot be altered or stored to transit between sender and intended receiver without the alteration being detected. Non repudiation, the creator or sender of the information cannot deny at a later stage his or her intentions in the creation or transmission of the information. Authentication, the sender and the receiver can confirm each other's identity and the origin or destination of the information. After this, let's talk briefly about the next part of cryptology, that is cryptanalysis, which is the art of trying to decrypt the encrypted messages without the use of key that was used to encrypt the message. Cryptanalysis uses mathematical analysis and algorithm to decipher the cipher text. It also finds weaknesses in crypto system that eventually lead to the previous results. An attempted cryptanalysis is called an attack. The success of cryptanalysis attack depends on the amount of time available, computing power available, storage capacity available. Commonly used cryptanalysis attacks are brute force attack, dictionary attack, and rainbow table attack. We will discuss about these attacks and more in the coming videos. So let's jump again to cryptographic techniques. So this is the basic model of cryptographic technique. First, we have a plain text. By using a key, we'll encrypt the plain text into ciphertext, and after reaching to the receiver from the sender, the message will again use the key and decrypt into plain text. Now, the key is the information, usually some sort of number, used with the algorithm to encrypt or decrypt a message. These keys for encryption and decryption can be same or different. If the keys are same, it is known as symmetric key cryptography. If the keys are different, it is known as asymmetric key cryptography. We have one more new term, that is key space. A key space is the total number of possible keys that could be used. It depends on the algorithm what the key space could be for a particular type of cryptography. So in the complete technique of cryptography, we come across these terminologies, and we already know the term algorithm and key. Now let us start with what is a plain text. A plain text is the message which is need to be transferred from sender to receiver, and before sending it is needed to be encrypted. The plain text could be any byte, a file, a bitmap, a stream of digitalized voice, a digital video or image. It is simply a binary data. Now, what is a ciphertext? It is the coded or encrypted message. If your encryption is sufficiently strong, your ciphertext should be secure. It is also a binary data. The size would be sometimes same as a message or plain text, or it may be larger. Then let us talk about encryption and decryption. Encryption, encipher or encrypt are synonym. Both words mean to convert the plain text into ciphertext. Decryption, decipher or decrypt are synonym. Both terms mean to convert the ciphertext to the plain text. Now, what is syntax? It is basically a formula or the method by which we can encrypt the plain text into ciphertext and decrypt the ciphertext into plain text. The formulas are for encryption, we use encryption function E, which operates on M, that is message, to produce C, that is ciphertext. Mathematical notation is given on your screen. Next is decryption. For decryption, we use decryption function, that is D, which operates on C to produce M. The notations are given on your screens. Next is types of key encryption. There are basically two types of key encryption, that is symmetric and asymmetric. In symmetric key encryption, the message is encrypted by using a key and the same key is used to decrypt the message, which makes it easy to use but less secure. It also requires a safe method to transfer the key from one party to another. Whereas in asymmetric key, it is based on public and private key encryption technique. It uses two different keys to encrypt and decrypt the message. It is more secure than symmetric key encryption and much slower. Symmetric key is used when a large amount of data is required to transfer. It only provides confidentiality. In asymmetric, it used to transfer small amount of data, but it provide confidentiality, authenticity and non-repudiation. We have various types of symmetric and asymmetric key encryptions. DES, AES, RC4, these are the example of symmetric key encryption, whereas Diffie-Hellman, RSA, DSA are the examples of asymmetric. So that's all for today's video. We will discuss various types of symmetric and asymmetric key encryption in the coming video. Till then, stay safe and stay updated. Thanks for listening.